5 months had gone by, and you would thought that Chase would have been used to it by now. The kissing and hugging, the cute giggles and laughs, the sight of them about to go out and enjoy a date, or watch the stars under a blanket all the time, and Chase still hated it. Owie pretended to not bother him when Marshall and Sky announced that they were dating. He cheered for them publicly, but in privately he cursed and cried. When Marshall came in for a dating advice, he could have sabotaged him, but he didn't out of his love of his friends. When Sky told him that one patrol that was being with Marshall was the best thing that has ever happened to her, he did not growl or yell, but calmly nodded. When the others said that they were cute together, the town congratulated the two heroes for getting together. Chase just stood there, watching, and hating everything second of it. It should be me. That was one thought that went through Chase's mind during every single moment when he saw them together. It should have been him. He loved Sky. He adored her. He wanted her more than anything else in this world. And now she was Marshall's. He would have been happy for them. They were his best friends. But 3 of them were Paw Patrol for a year before the others joined. It should be me. Should be what? Chase snapped out of his thoughts, turning away from the sight of Sky and Marshall playing tag, looking towards Rocky, who was using a custom-made leaf sucker to pick up the autumn leaves up to the recycling pup said. You said it. It should be me. What do you mean? I mean it should have been me picking up those leaves. You do it all the time. I should be a good friend and help you out, Chase replied quickly. Oh, thanks, Chase. Rocky wiggled his body until the leaf sucker was off of his back. I needed a break anyway. I owe you one. Sure, replied Chase, as he took it upon himself putting the equipment. Think you could tune up my police car this weekend? I think the brakes need work. No problem. See you at supper, replied Rocky as he walked by. Chase grumbled as he got to work by activating the leaf sucker with the bark and started lowering his front body to reach down. While looking, he kept an eye on Marshall and Sky, who had just tackled the Dalmatian and given kisses. He replied with a passionate kiss of his own. Every very sight of seeing these two called best friends locking lips with the girl of his dreams made Chase want to walk over there and rip them off. But he didn't want to admit it. He just knew deep down that his heart was his own fault. He kept his secret crush close to him for a long time. Nobody even knew it. Not Ryder, not the pups, not even Marshall. He never once thought of the idea that one of his friends held feelings for Sky as well, especially his best friend. Marshall never once made it obvious that he had feelings for Sky, not all the years they had been together. However, what hurt the most was Sky's feelings for Marshall. It had been just a spur or a moment thing. She confessed having them for a long time. It had always been Marshall, never Chase, never him. He never saw the two separate before kissing each other goodbye on the nose and heading off to the opposite ways. Marshall, with the big goofy smile on his face, walked over to Chase, who did it his best to look normal and not in utter rage that he felt deep inside the pup in front of him. Hey Chase, I thought Rocky was doing the leaves. I thought I'd take over for him. You know, to be a good friend and all, replied Chase with a lie. Marshall nodded. That was nice of you, but yet again, you're the nicest pup in the world. Oh, come on, I am not, whispered Chase, blushing. No, I'm serious. You're always here to help with anything, replied Marshall, with a friendly lick on the face. In fact, I owe you for helping me confess to Sky. If you didn't tell me to go for it and be brave, don't remind me, replied Chase in his head. But he continued to smile. Well, I guess you can repay me for being the best pup at the wedding. Marshall quickly turned red and shuddered. Don't rush into things like that. Chase faked a laugh and slugged, giving him an extra hard on the shoulder. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you, Marshall. Thanks, Chase. Hey, maybe I could repay the favor by helping you find a girl. Everest is still free, replied Marshall. Sorry, but she's not my type. replied Chase. The only one I ever wanted you stole from me. Well, when you do find a girl, let me know. I'd be happy to help, said Marshall with a loud yawn. I'm going to get some sleep before dinner. See ya. Chase waved goodbye before scowling when Marshall wasn't looking. Damn it, I shouldn't be acting like this. They're my best friends in the whole world. Should I be happy? But why can't I? He continued to suck up the leaves until his nose picked up a faint scent indicating from the place that was buried in something, where he technically scents all over the place. But this one made Chase pause. Something about this one was calling him. Taking the leaf sucker off, he decided to dig. In a few minutes, he found what it seemed to be titled his hand, a dead hand. No, wait. He took it out of his teeth and spat it out. This isn't the monkey's paw I just got during this summer, he remembered. It was hard to get the feeling of what he meant by the old dog giving him the creeps. She had something about granting wishes, but I don't... Wait. Chase paused and looked closely. One of the fingers was a pinky one. It was folded. She didn't say a finger is folded when you make a wish, but I don't remember wish. His eyes widened when he realized that he made a wish while holding it. He wished that Marshall would get together with his crush. The next day, Marshall confessed, and Sky returned the feelings. Could it be? Did the wish come true? No, that's impossible, said Chase, shaking his head. Wishes don't come true like that. That's a coincidence. Yet there he was, thought Chase's head. What if this did something? What if Marshall and Sky did fall in love? Did that mean it wasn't real? If there was no choice involved, then that means it was forced love? Was it all a lie? He stared at the monkey's paw, torn for what he should do. Chase ate his dinner fast and kept the conversation to the minimum. Thankfully, nobody asked questions, and he was able to return his pup house. Saying that he was turning in early when he was sure no one was looking, Chase ordered the pup house's door to be shut, leaving him alone. He stared at the monkey's paw, what hid inside before eating, wondering if he should use it again or not. Maybe I need to test it out, give it a wish to see if it comes true or not. He could wish for the monkey paw to help Paw Patrol pay for better gear and equipment. There was so much getting superpowers to be a superhero to fight crime. He could ask for world peace and end all the suffering around. Heck, I could even wish that I was president. Yet the only thing that continued to linger in his head was his precious wish. Could he reverse it? If the magic of the paw brought his friends together, could it separate them as well? Sky would be free from the pressure again, but Marshall would be heartbroken. But do I have the right to do that to my best friend? He's so happy. He closed his eyes, growling. Damn it, what am I thinking? I can't do this. He couldn't. Not to either of them. When it was way past midnight, Chase couldn't put down the monkey's paw. It felt like it was tempting to him to use it. No matter how much he wished and he wanted to do, all he went in his head was the idea of splitting Marshall and Sky apart. Deep down, he wanted to do it. However, he knew that it was very wrong in every level. Deciding to get some air, he put the monkey's paw down and decided to walk around the area for a bit. The moon was shining above as the sounds of his best friends, snoring blissfully near the dreams, echoed in the area. He walked down to where the small purveyor was, only to the two figured already there. He quickly hid behind a bush with his narrow eyes, focusing on the two figures that were none of them Sky and Marshall. He sat there quietly, watching them at sea before them. It's beautiful, replied Sky, sighing. Watching the moonlight water always makes me relaxed. It's even better than having a beautiful pup like you to watch with, replied Marshall, allowing Sky to nuzzle on him. Hey, Sky. Yes? The cockapoo asked, tilting her head. Why did you fall in love with a pup like me? Asked Marshall, rubbing his neck. I'm not exactly the bravest, most balanced. Heck, I'm a nerd in some ways. Why did you fall for someone like Chase? Sky paused her thoughts before replying. To be honest, I kinda did have a thing for Chase early on. Chase's eyes widened. But it doesn't seem like he was interested, replied Sky, before smiling to her boyfriend. So I turned my attention to you. Plus, there were some traits that you have that Chase doesn't. How? Besides pup foo and running, Chase is better at it than me at everything. Marshall replied, tilting his head. He doesn't have the kindness you give, replied Sky, smiling. While Chase is passionate about being a leader and keeping people safe, you're passionate about keeping people happy and helping others outside of duty. You also have the smile that he doesn't, Sky sighed. I am sure, under Chase, I would be happy. But I think with you, I'd be happier. Sky, replied Marshall, smiling. I didn't think that I would confess to you if it wasn't for Chase. He was a good friend. Yeah, he is, replied Sky, looking at the moon. I'm glad that he helped us get together. We really owe him one. Maybe we could name a kid after him, asked Marshall, with a laugh making Sky blush. I was kidding. I wouldn't mind, replied Sky, lowering her head but smiling. When we're older, maybe. Chase's eyes slowly began to walk away. He didn't want to hear Marshall embarrassing, talking about how early it was to faint Dad, or Sky was just teasing him. He walked over back to his pup house and held out the monkey's paw in his hands. I wish Marshall and Sky were no longer together. And with that said, the second finger folded.